Hi, thank you for coming to your performance appraisal. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to ask. I printed off a copy of the appraisal for you to look at so we can go through it together. So let's start looking at the first page. I'm sure you've already looked at it because of the self-evaluation. The only ones I really wanted to focus on were the teamwork. You were very, very well on your nurse report and handoff. It's very good, working well with them, asking any questions they have, answering the questions they have, letting the patient know who is coming on. That's a very good thing to keep doing. Communication as well. And then let's focus also on the safety aspect. I did see you put your foot into a trash can. That is not good personal hygiene, and that can put the patient at risk for infection control and any of that. But I'm sure you understand, and we can go through on how you can touch up on policies and infection control and all that. Going back through these quickly, your conflict resolution, it seemed solid. I didn't put you anything at exemplary before, besides the teamwork, just because you work very well with others and you are trying each and every day to keep that going. So if we go on to the next page, it kind of gives a summary on the first page, and I put overall your handoff point was very great. Using an SBAR is a very good communication tool that we all need to be using. We all need to keep using more. I mentioned again to please review the PPE policy and proper hand hygiene policy and protocol. Ask me with any questions, and we can always throw you in a class. We have the yearly staff meetings, but I'm sure I think that just happened in October. So if you have any other questions, or if you have a certain way you need to learn things, you just let me know. Going down, this is job-specific expectations, and so attendance and punctuality. You have only called in once this in the last year, so that's very good. Your punctuality, you have been on time, and you've had to stay after shifts, and you do not complain. The teamwork and ability to work as a team, I just mentioned you stay after when needed, you help others, your handoff report is great, and you always make sure you answer all of their questions before you leave your shift. Verbal communication goes along with what I just said. Responsibility and accountability, you do take responsibility for your actions. You make sure when you are working that your orders are always double checked, because even though you've noted them, you want to make sure you did not miss anything. And a lot of people think it's not their responsibility to get that done, but it is your responsibility because it's your patient and your patient's orders. I understand there's times you cannot help that, and you can't make someone do stuff no matter how many times you ask them, but you do a very good job at that. And the safety of and health, I didn't put you at not met because you do proper hand hygiene. I saw you in your handoff report put gloves on before touching the patient and looking at the dressing, but the trash can and all that, it needs to be worked on, and so we'll work on that, and it's not too big of a deal at this time. They're very fixable things. Summary of the job. Specific behaviors are the 5 things I just went over. You used your SBAR very well, and you have a good aspect of the infection control. You just need a slight review. I don't have a previous, this is my first time. Providing an overall summary, you had good communication, your nursing skills, and you work as a team, which is a very good skill to have as a nurse. Your areas of improvement are their easy changes. So the action plan, I put you need to reread the infection control, the PPE, and sterile field policy. That wasn't a sterile field that you had done, but it's always good to touch up on that if you kind of forget little things like that. Always a good help. Ask me with any questions. Another growth area that I have not mentioned really this whole time was you keep leaving the EMR logged in, even if as soon as you step away from your computer, make sure you hit the Control-Z function. That locks the computer and shuts it down. You don't ever want to leave patient information, because although you're up on your patient's information while you're in the room, they can simply see another patient's name, or they can see something a doctor has said or you have typed that you don't want them to see. That needs to be logged off, especially when you're leaving the room, but even when you're just leaving your computer unattended, they may have family in the room. Another growth area is the sterile field. The PPE is with the patient in the patient room, disposing of trash properly. Another growth area, sharing knowledge and asking peers, or sharing knowledge with peers and asking questions. If you didn't have any employee comments, but if you do have any questions at all, feel free to ask me. Thank you for coming to your appraisal review.